First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from the Superdome. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Throwing now is Rattler. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's Kamara. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, Rattler. Quick hitting slant there. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
This one is caught by Moreau. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And he's going to go backwards again. They went to him twice in a row. The defense stops him twice in a row for loss. And now it's 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The Saints lining up in punt formation, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Israel Abanikanda. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Running from the pistol with Abanikanda. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To throw is Travis. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play. But those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Throwing Trask. Godwin working the right side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. They face second down and 7. They send Evans in motion. On the toss, they'll run. Third down, 3 to go. On the ground, it's Abanikanda. So that'll do it for a fast moving. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here's Trask to throw. That's taken in. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
It's a great decision by the quarterback. You can see, Mike, he's trying to push this ball downfield and pick up a big completion in the air, but with the amount of depth the defense was getting, his best option was the check down, the underneath short throw, and just say, hey, pick up this rest of this gain with your legs after the catch. And fortunately for this quarterback, this short throw is going to go down in the box score as a touchdown.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a first down.
And the Saints, first down.
Again, up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Rattler now back to throw. That's deep for Olave. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, You have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now Traps. To the left side, to Godwin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is how you really judge quarterbacks operating in the NFL. This is not 7-on-7. This is not summer camp where the quarterback can't be touched. Everybody can throw the ball from a clean pocket. Can you operate under the fire and be on time, in rhythm, and be accurate with the ball with contact? And we saw it played out perfectly here. His ability to push the ball downfield, knowing that hit was coming, that's playing quarterback in the NFL. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Here's Abanaconda. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Traps. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Room to maneuver at the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They send the tight end in motion. Here's Traps. Now he'll air one out. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That his 1st touchdown this year. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans after this. 2nd down and 8. Now Rattler gonna throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Rattler. That's deep for Olave. And he's got it. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 33 yards. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Throwing is Rattler. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time, and that will lead to a second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Trask to throw. They set up the screen for Buccaneers. They were not fooled on
a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Run here with the Buccaneers. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by the rookie from Tennessee.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rattler. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
First and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So we've reached halftime here, and the visiting Buccaneers have the advantage. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Third quarter begins with a run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
That's caught. It's Evans. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Back to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down. Give on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. ground. He'll get it again. He is in. Israel Abanaconda. Touchdown, Tampa.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Cleveland Furl able to make the stop. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Looking to throw. Rattler. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll take this down inside 35.
They've talked about the locker room at the halftime break. Seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They're going to go right back to Kamara. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down. And that is no good. He missed it. And this stays a 2-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Now a 3rd and 2. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. Here's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Here's a toss as they look to run. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Chance to get him closer to that finish line. It is 3rd and 2. Throwing track. Going up top. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This officially a 58-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
They'll stick to the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Rattler now back to throw. Crazy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Back to the air one more time. This one is caught by Moreau. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough.
And he will score! Game on! Alvin Kamara, touchdown 6. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They send Evans in motion. They'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Schrader. He gets free. And he will go all the way. Israel Abanikanda. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. McLaughlin now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Rattler gonna throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Right back to him on 1st down. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So a win here for the visiting Bucs. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. They'll have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season.
In a minute, I'm finna put their jersey on.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.